think we're live, Mama.
You think we are?
Happy Easter, everybody.
Happy Easter.
It is so good to see you all. It's a beautiful Easter day here. The temperature was just perfect. I was afraid it'd be a little cold for the kids at church, but it wasn't. They had a wonderful time. They had eggs everywhere, and just watching those little children run in the field and hunt eggs was just a wonderful Easter is all about. Now, let's don't make any mistakes. We do like the Easter egg hunts. We think that's fun for the kids, and they look forward to that. But it's certainly not about the bunny and the eggs. It's about the cross and the lamb. So we always bring that forth right up front, and we tell our kids the eggs are just fun, but the meaning of Easter is all about Jesus Christ's sacrifice on the cross for us and Him being the sacrificial lamb. But more importantly, it's about that resurrection morn when He came forth out of that tomb. I'm going to make some pineapple casserole for our Easter lunch, and I realize a lot of y'all are having Easter lunch and spending time with your families right now, and I hope you are. I hope you're watching this on replay after they've all gone and you've got the dishes washed, you're sitting down and you're thinking, should I take a nap or should I see what John and Mama done today? So, welcome. This is the pineapple casserole. I'm going to read you the real rules, and then I'm going to tell you the whole way I do it totally different, okay? So here we go. The real rules is this. So let me take this out and show you. Well, no.
No, take it out of it.
No, I won't take it out because you know what? I opened that up one time and it sprang forth like a jack in a box. And I said to myself then, self, don't do that anymore. So, and it's taped on. I'm going to leave it. It's down here. I'm going to take you all to it. If you can't take Muhammad to the mountain, take the mountain to Muhammad. So look here. Here it is. Here's this little nasty pineapple casserole. I love these cards that have oil on them and little splatters because those are the ones that have been used. So here it is. 2 cans of pineapple tidbits drained. And it says 1 cup of sugar mixed with 5 tablespoons of flour, 1.5 cups of sharp cheddar cheese, 1 roll of Ritz crackers crushed, 1 stick of butter melted. And it says that you layer those ingredients as listed above. Bake for something other at 350 in a 7.5 by 11 casserole dish. Add crackers and butter and broil at the end. That's the real recipe. So if you want the real recipe, that's what it is. It seems a little bit more complicated to me. So my recipe is totally different. Not totally, just about everything in it's different.
Just different.
But here it is. So I sprayed this dish here with some of this original butter canola oil blend. Don't matter what you use. And I just spray, and it's not the big one, it's the smaller. I think so, Mama. It's not the big one, it's a smaller casserole dish because it's just me and Mama. And I'm only doing half. And so this I'm using. This is Libby's crushed pineapple. I don't use tidbits, I use crushed. It says to drain it. I don't drain it. This is the reason I'm saying it's different. And I'm even going to do it even more different than I've ever done it different today because one of y'all said so. I'm easily influenced that way. Let's look down here at the casserole dish. So this is the quick, easy, and I promise you it comes out delicious. This is just crushed pineapples, juice and all, in a sprayed casserole dish. Size does not matter on this. It'll eat in a square, it'll eat in a double, it'll eat in these small ones, just depends on what you're wanting to fix. So that's all I do right there. Put juice, pineapple, and all right in there. Now this calls for a cup of sugar, so I'm going to use a half a cup of sugar. Calls for a whole cup. So since I'm doing a half, I'm going to use a half a cup of sugar, and I'm going to use 1/4 granulated, this is just pure old granulated white sugar. Now I think somewhere you're supposed to mix this with your flour. I don't do that either. Normally I would use the whole cup, but now one of y'all said the other night, John, have you ever done it with brown sugar? It's delicious. I said, no, you've seen somebody make it with brown sugar, you said. And I said, well, I will try that next time. So here we go. Here's 1/4 cup of brown sugar too. So that's what I'm adding. I'm adding a half a cup. It calls for a whole cup. I'm half in the order. So this is 1/4 cup of brown, 1/4 cup of regular. And this brown sugar don't work out, it's your all's fault. Because y'all told me to do it and I fell for it. That's what I tell Mama whenever we was talking about it earlier. I said, one of them said to use brown sugar. Mama said, well, you can't go wrong with that. Use it. We'll try that today. I think it's going to be delicious. Now, it calls for 5 tablespoons of flour. I'm going to use today 2.5 tablespoons of flour. That's it. That's a 1. And this is a 2.
I just go ahead and put 3 because that juice is quite a bit.
Mama's telling me to change it again. So now I'm going to go ahead and change it like she said to 3. So instead of 5, I'm using 3. So not exactly half, not exactly. That's it. So now I just put that flour right in there. Did you see it? I didn't sift that flour with that sugar. I didn't mix it. I didn't use 2 or 3 bowls. I'm using 1 bowl for this, folks, and this has never failed me. I did go with the real recipe for a long time because I thought I had to. And then one day I thought, I ain't got time for that foolishness. I'm going to have to get on with it. So I did. Now that brown sugar doesn't seem to be hurting a thing. I think it's just going to add tons of flavor. Also, I'm going to add... did you get the cheddar cheese, Mama?
No, I've not got it out yet.
I'm going to do another little different thing that I've never done before. Once again, one of y'all gave me your recipe on here after I said, here's my recipe for it. And I said, there's 2 things I'm going to try. I've never done this before. So this is the pineapple casserole. Now normally, this is what I would throw in the oven. And I would put it in there at 350 and I'd bake it for about 20 minutes. But in your all's recipe, I've always put the cheddar on top. But in your all's recipe, you all put it in it. So I'm going to put about 1/4 of a cup in here. I don't think that's going to hurt a thing either. I would have done it before, but I just never had thought of it. So I'm just going to add that cheddar cheese right in there this time. And I think that's just going to add tons and tons of flavor in there. So we made 2 changes here today because we listened to you all. We heard you and we tried it. Now we're going to give you the verdict. Now, I probably will blame y'all if it ain't as good. But if it is better, I'll give you credit. I said they made me do it. So, now that's it, folks. That's every bit of it. That's as easy as you can get with a casserole. So all I done was put 1 can of crushed pineapples in here. Now, if you want the, what I have done in the past is use a can of crushed, a can of tidbits, and you'll get that pineapple chunks in there too. It's delicious that way, and I really never have found a difference in the way that, in the size of the pineapple that I use, whether I use crushed or whether I use tidbits. I have used rings with a can of crushed if I had, but I would chop them up. But this was going to be delicious no matter how you use it. So if you have tidbits, use them. If you have rings, crush them up, but you'll need 1 in 1 can. Mama tried to get me to make it last week with 1 can. I said, Mom, there ain't no way. But this will be that little deal. So this is my recipe. 1 can of crushed pineapples, the whole can. You would use, since I'm using a half and only using 1, you can double this recipe. I put 1/2 cup of sugar in it, and I put 1/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar to make the half. I used, instead of 2.5 cups or 2.5 tablespoons of flour, I went ahead and went with 3 because Mama said so. And usually you would use 5 with 2 cans. 5 with 2 cans, 1 whole cup of sugar. So you can use 1/2 cup of brown, 1/2 cup of granulated, and use 5 tablespoons of flour. You've seen it all dissolved. It's all in there. Ain't no problem with it. This time I added the cheddar right in there with it, because you all said so. And we're going to try that, and I don't see nothing wrong with it. I think it's going to be delicious. I'm going to bake this for about 20 minutes. When it's warm and brown and bubbly, I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to crush up these 2 little mini tubes of these Ritz crackers. And while I'm waiting on it to cook, I'm going to go ahead and melt me a 1/2 stick of butter, and I'm going to be crunching these up and putting them in there. And in that 1/2 stick of butter. And it's going to be good. It says to crush these and put them on top. Well, Lord, see mercy, Mama.
Let me have that.
1/2 stick of butter and then drizzle it on top. But I don't do that. I do the. She's so bossy. And then I don't do that because I don't like the crackers not having the butter. I want to get the crackers in the butter. Any recipe I make that says Top with Ritz crackers and drizzle with a stick of melted butter. I usually put my crackers in a half a stick of butter, and I find out it's plenty enough. And roll it around to every cracker is introduced with that butter, and then I put it on the top. And that's wonderful, usually. And that's what I'm going to do with this. Mama's got the butter going over here. Just put it in the microwave and let it melt. And then I'm going to put these Ritz crackers right in there and have them ready for the top of that. And then I'm going to put some more cheddar cheese on top of that. And it's going to turn out wonderful. So there, those are already crushed, ready to rock and roll.
Oh, yeah. Temp the ham.
Oh, I thought, what did she tell me to tempt? She said, tempt. She's serious today. We are going to have a wonderful little Easter lunch here. We've not stressed over it because we're just making up ham, pineapple casserole, and a little bit of mashed potatoes, green beans, and some good rolls. It's all our favorite things. Look at this beautiful ham. Ooh, mama. That smells so good.
Got it.
Looks like a big golden egg.
Get that temped. I think it's ready.
All right, Mama, here we go. What magic number would you like to choose?
165 or above. Pork can be 145, but I like it hotter.
All right.
What's our verdict?
Well, Mama, 162.5. Right there. 161.6. Let me go right down here. Leave it in there a few minutes.
Yeah.
Mama, this is instant. Here's 170. 170 right there at the bone. There's 168 at the bone. I think it's fine, Mama. It's fully cooked.
Yeah.
It's hot all the way through. Let's see, right there's 165. Let me come over here. There's 170, Mama. 170.2 and climbing.
That's good.
That'll work. We'll put that up there and wash that. Look at that beautiful ham. This is the ham that Miss Pam and Mr. Joe sent us for Easter, and we are enjoying it. Now, it looks dark on camera, but it just looks bright on here. Hand me a knife, Mama, and I've got a knife right here. I have a knife. It's already spiral cut, at least part of the way down. Now, y'all heard me talking last night about that ham bone. Don't let this ham bone go to waste, folks. Leave you a little bit of ham on there when you're cutting it. And you'll have this ham bone on some white beans. Look at that gorgeous ham. On some white bean. Look at that perfection.
Ooh.
Oh, ain't that wonderful? It's spiral cut at the end, and up here they stopped it right there at where that bone is. But that ham bone will be so good in some white beans. That's what we like. Or pinto beans. But you know, in my pinto beans, I'm just as satisfied with a tablespoon of bacon grease as I am anything. You can put hog jowl. You can put stricoline. You can put you some fatback bacon. All that's delicious in it. But it's got the pieces of meat in it a lot of the time. If you don't want that in there, just put some good old-fashioned golden delicious bacon grease, and it is delicious. Now, I know some of y'all are going to say, what was that pineapple casserole? Now, Miss Nola will probably post it again. She posted it for y'all last night. The real version. But you all won't see the printed version of my version because it don't exist. And as y'all seen today, next time I might fix it different. But probably not. I think I'm going to love that brown sugar. Are you want me to platter this up already, Mama? This ham?
Well, the pineapple casserole has to bake. We don't want it to get cold.
Okay. Hand me those devilish eggs. I wasn't going to show y'all deviled eggs. Y'all want to see more deviled eggs? You've seen me do deviled eggs. I'm going to cover this back up. Let it stay warm. These eggs, I'm going to show you these eggs now, folks. Don't turn away and don't say, oh my goodness, there's something wrong with those eggs. Look at this egg I'm fixing to devil. You think something's wrong with him? Well, how about this one? It's got the blue mumps. And here's one. It's just all blue veiny. I don't know. Look at that one. You guessed it. These are eggs that we dyed last evening. These are part of them. We still have enough for a basket full. Here they are. If you dye your eggs the day before, you'll have these little colorful eggs. If Mama gets the platter, you got the platter already over there?
No, not yet. I'm checking on the pineapple.
Mama's checking the pineapple casserole already. I'll devil these eggs up right quick in a Ziploc baggie. And we'll be ready to eat. And I'll go ahead and lay the halves on the platter we're going to use.
What did I do with my platter?
Oh, Mama, I don't know. Have we got a lost platter? A saucer will work, Mama. Now, you see that dye just went barely to the surface. You can't even tell, but you'll have it on the outside. It don't hurt a thing. A lot of people dye them on purpose just to have colorful eggs for their Easter table. And you can do that. It works out real well. We've done it before. Dye them and let them sit in the dye in a bowl, and they will dye up. Put a little crack in them. Don't hurt. Don't hurt to have a little crack every once in a while if you're going to use them for that purpose.
They dye the whole eggs, put it in the dye now. So dye them to make them pink and
You dye the outer egg, but if you're going to dye them for your Easter eggs, you can take the hull off and then dye just the whites, and they'll be solid blue, solid pink, whatever you're wanting it to be. It works out real well for those colorful eggs for Easter. Let's see what y'all are saying. Happy Easter. Happy Easter, everybody. We just ate. Dishes waiting now. Are you got them in the dishwasher, or are you going to have to wash them by hand? Pull the camera down. Oh, for now, Mama's getting them. Let's have some coffee. Well, Mama, I don't know what to tell you. If you'll hand me, I'll take any plate. We'll transfer them over if you find it. Can y'all see that now? I can't see your comments so much. I see some happy Easters. Watching from Gibson, Georgia. Linda, those peaches make me hungry for peaches. I love peach time. I love strawberry time. I love peach time. Mama's on a mission. She's going to find that exact place. Mama, we don't have that many to fill it anyway. You're just going to have 5 eggs here.
I know it, but I wanted my little Easter.
She's strict. She wants a certain one. She's going to find it, no matter what. It's either in this cabinet, or it's either in the china cabinet, or she's put it up for safekeeping. Do y'all lose stuff like that sometimes? We do. So I'm just emptying these eggs, the yellows out. Now y'all know, y'all see me do this in just a Ziploc bag. That's all I use. I don't want the fuss and I don't want the muss. I just want to simply have my eggs and no cleanup, none of that stuff.
I wanted one that looked more like Easter, but I don't know what I did with
This
it.
ain't it. We may be changing these eggs.
No, we won't. Once I dirty that, I'm not going to.
Mama, I tend to differ. If you find that Easter and you say, oh, wait, here, hand me that. We're going to fix it. Ain't that right, Mama?
I might.
Get the ingredients you want to put in here today, because I tend to put different things in mine sometimes. And Mama says, no, you're going to make them just plain today, or we're going to make them this way today. Don't you, Mama?
I don't know where. I don't know what I'm doing.
I noticed. Did y'all notice she's lost in the kitchen? All right, Mama. Some Dukes and some mustard. Let me see if I can guess. She's going to get out some sweet pickle relish. And we're having Dukes and mustard, sweet pickle relish, salt, and pepper. Is that all you want in them today, Mama?
Yeah, you got salt and pepper there?
I do, ma'am. I sure do. Now, let me tell you, there's variations. I put nature's seasoning in mine a lot of times. I put different things in them just to make them taste a little different. I put a little sour cream every once in a while. I put a little bit of Lee & Perrin's Worcestershire sauce. It makes them very tasty. Mama likes hers the regular way, she calls it sometimes.
I need a half a cup of butter. Or a half a stick.
For what?
Your pineapple.
Half a stick. Half a stick, Mama. So now I'm going to take this little bit of mayonnaise. Now I'm not putting much, and we'll show you here. I'm putting just a little bit over a tablespoon. Now I may have to add more, and that's going to be easy to do, but I cannot take it out. So that's that. And I'm going to shake this up good. Get that water back in there. This is just a little bit of French's mustard, and I'm only going to put a little bit, not much at all. About the equivalent of the size of a dime there. And this is pickle relish. Now, I'm not going to give you measurements on this, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it really depends on your liking, and it really depends on how much eggs you're making. Now, this, I'm going to put about a good tablespoon in there. But this is only for 5 eggs. 5 eggs is all I made. So you and your family, you might be making a dozen. These measurements won't work for you. So into this, I'm going to add a little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt. Now I can't show y'all my trick today for 2 reasons. One, I don't think I hardly need it, and another, I don't have it. But when you're making for a bunch of people, and you know you always run right down to the very last little bit, and you're like, oh, I hope I have enough filling to fill all these eggs. Go ahead and put you an extra egg or 2 in here. Boil an extra egg. Put a whole egg in there. White, yellow, and all. And your yellows. Now trust me on this one. And it'll all turn yellow. You'll not see the white. And you just put it in this baggie and start mashing. Those whites will go away, but they'll really stretch your filling. You'll have plenty of filling every time. You can fill up every egg and have some left. Or you can mound them up high. You know how they show on TV when they show those boiled eggs and they're just swirled with a tip and they're just swirled up real high, and you think, oh, I usually spoon mine in and I don't hardly have enough to fill them sometimes. Well, just put you some extra whole eggs in there and they'll go away. I know you're going to think, well, that white will show. No, it won't, folks. It'll all turn into beautiful egg yolk. And you'll never know what's in there. Only you'll know. And you'll have plenty of filling. And then you just take the corner out of this egg, out of this bag, and you fill your eggs. Now this is just a Ziploc bag. And I've zipped it up good because I don't want that squirting everywhere. Now see, it's plenty moist enough. I don't need another drop of mayonnaise or anything. In fact, I wish I had another egg yolk just to make it a little firmer. But this will be plenty. I'm mashing it up real good in my hands. There's no fork. There's no hand mixer. A lot of people use different things. There's none of that to worry with, because all you need is your hands in this bag, and you can mix it all up and incorporate it all in there really well. And it's easy. It's super easy. And then when I get through with it, I'm going to toss it in the garbage. And that's going to be simple. I wasn't even planning on doing this part today because I thought they have seen you do that. Mama, I need that cutting board right there. Even though I just don't cut on the counter. I thought I am not going to do deviled eggs tomorrow. But it's time to do them, and this is what we're doing. I'm just cutting the tip end of that corner off, and then I've kept it sealed. I'm just going to push all this down just like you would in a piping bag. Very simple, very easy. Push it all down to that corner that I just cut. It's good and mixed, thoroughly mixed. There's no chunks, there's nothing. Now I'm going to tilt you down here. You can see how simple, how easy it is. Can y'all see that? I hope so. If you can't, slide them comments over to the right. So then all I'm going to do is just take this, and I'm just going to start filling. I'm going to get the paprika out of here and just put a little paprika on them. And I'll probably get some olives out, and I'll put a few olives on, leave a few without olives. Mama don't care for the olives, but I like it. Now see, you can't get any simpler than this, folks, for a deviled egg. Now if y'all want to get fancy, and some of you will, because it's Easter, and that's great, which is too late now. I'm sure y'all got your eggs done. Unless you're having a supper, Easter supper. You can put a cake tip on here and make these all fancy. But I don't. I do if I'm having a bunch of company over. But I just don't want to dirty up the cake tip and all that too. All I'm doing is filling each egg.
Well, you're going to have to reach the paper.
I can, Mom. I'll get it. Now, just so happened, I had plenty enough filling for all these eggs this time. But, you know, sometimes if you're doing a whole 24 or you're trying to really, you know, get a lot for a church dinner or for the family coming over, and everybody loves deviled eggs, sometimes you find that you just don't have quite enough filling. In this situation, I'm going to add a little bit more to one or two here and use this up because there's no sense of wasting it. I'm just going to push all that down just like that to that corner. Ooh, that one's going to have good amount. Look there. Now I can throw this away. Alright, and then I'll sprinkle a little paprika, and I'm going to put a little bit of olives on a few of them. And there they are, folks, filled and delicious. And look, you can see the little pink, you can see the blue, you can see all those little colors in there. And there's all the eggs. Now that's pickle relish, that's not olives. Mama, what's going on next?
You'll have to get your paprika.
I will. Alright, so right here is our half stick of butter. And I'm just going to go ahead and put these cracker crumbs right in this butter. Everybody in the pool here. Now what I do is these are these little packs, these little individual packs. Mama likes them because they do stay fresher. If you open up a pack and eat a few, you don't have that whole tube. And in the long run, it saves some money because, you know, you can't use them stale crackers. But I like to open them both up at the same time, just like this, and I just pour them both in at the same time. That way they're all in there about the same time, and you don't have some that doesn't get any and some that gets it all. And now all you do is just keep mushing these around and get everybody to the bottom to enjoy a little bit of butter time. Now you can set these to the side and they'll be ready to go. Some of them didn't get crushed, but I'm crushing them now, no problem. So once you get all of them incorporated in the butter, and if you just twirl them around, see there, the butter ones are coming to the top and the crunchier ones are going to the bottom. You'll tell whenever they're all incorporated. They change colors a little bit. Our program went really well at church today. We sang, I think it was 6 songs. And I think it all went real well. The soloists did good. The children did good. If someone did video, if I get a hold of the video, I'll try to post it on here for y'all. Some of y'all asked about me and Mama singing. We did sing in 2020 at the church, and we sang Up From the Grave He Arose. I do have that video, so I'll try to repost it, and I'll put on there repost. It's not us singing today. It's us singing in 2020 when we went out and rung the bell, and we were the only two there. And Mama said she didn't want to leave without at least one Easter song being sung from the church, because in 70-some years there had never been an Easter that we hadn't had service and we hadn't sung, and there hadn't been praise songs coming from our church for the Lord. So Mama said, I just want us to sing at least one song. And Mama's one of her favorite Easter songs is Up From the Grave He Arose. So that's the one we went with. We hadn't practiced or nothing. Mama and I don't pretend to be singers. We just make a joyful noise and thank the Lord. That's all that's required. We don't have to be singers. So that worked out really good. Mama, what are you doing over there? Y'all want to go over to the stove and see what Mama's up to? I hate to travel with y'all on these lives, but then I hate not to let y'all see what's going on. But this movement here makes some of y'all sick, and I don't want to do that. Mama, let's see what you got. Green beans. Peanut green beans. There's the mashed potatoes, and look back there's some sweet tea. Well, it's regular tea now. It's going to be sweet tea. Mm-hmm. And here's those pineapples. I'm making up stuff.
Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes.
Whoa.
See the rolls? And there's the pineapple casserole under there, getting all nice and browned. And it looks delicious, Mama. Mama, do you have olives in here?
I don't have olives in there. You might have olives in there.
Mama's put the sweet potato in a little carafe, and that'll be all we'll need.
You ready to put this on here?
I could be if you tell me to be, Mama.
I don't know if it's ready is what I'm saying.
Oh, if it's warm and bubbly, it's all we're looking for.
Warm and bubbly.
Mama, I'm looking at the spice cabinet here, and I don't see no paprika.
Up on top of her.
Is that paprika? Smoked paprika, that's even better. Folks, I'm trying to go slow. I'm trying to go slow with y'all. Okay. We might find some olives in a minute. If we do, I'll add them. Here it is, folks. Here is the pineapple casserole. See, it's brown and bubbly already. Look at that. And that cheese. Oh, that looks wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So, Mama's going to put the... No, she didn't either. I'm sorry. Mama didn't. So, I'm going to spread these crackers on there nice and even like. And this will get them all on there. What I like to do is just put me a ridge down the middle. This helps me to get them even. I don't know how y'all do it. I put me a nice little ridge right down the center. Just like this. Get all them crackers and all that butter. I put me a nice little ridge right down the middle there. And then I just come to the top and rake the bottom, this part over. And I come over here and rake this part over. That way I don't have a big clump on one end. Not enough for the other end. And we stay nice and even. And it gets pretty even. I don't ever have any problem getting it even. That's it, folks. That's all you have to do. Put them on there. Then I'm going to just take this cheese and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit out right across this. I just little zigzag right across the top. Get it all nice and neat. And now all we have to do is put this in the oven and let it broil and get it good and brown on top. Spread that cheese out just a little bit more. And there is perfect pineapple casserole. Ta-da! Mama, all it needs is broiled. I'm going to show y'all, I'm going to put this paprika. This is smoked paprika. It's really good. When I'm going to dash a little on my eggs, I always take it and turn it upside down. And I get all the paprika, or whatever I'm sprinkling, on the top. Then I pat it that way a time or two. Then I open it, leaving it turned. And then all I have to do is just take my finger like I'm putting ashes off a cigar and just click, 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 click. And that way I don't get a big dollop. You can just keep clicking as long as you want. Click, 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 click. Ta-da! Done. Now look, that's beautiful, even if we don't find olives. So that's the eggs done. That'll be the pineapple casserole done. Mama's done got part of the dishes done. We're getting ready to eat. She'll get the ham. I'll start carving the ham. We'll just carve us a little piece of it. Get it over here. So let's talk. See what y'all are up to. Can we talk a minute? Your dinner looks so good. Thanks for sharing. Who was that? Miss Mina? Thank you so much. It says, great idea, John. Let's see. Please send me. What am I sending you? Please send me recipe for pineapple stuff. Kim, it's posted, and Miss Nola will probably post it back on here for us. And it's on our other videos, and I can tell it to you. Well, I've done close the book. Today's was, I made this a little different because I went away from the recipe. But we'll get the recipe posted on there for everybody. Donna will put it up again, I'm sure. Or Miss Nola will.
Turn it up.
No, I'm good, Mama. Yeah. I don't have to turn it. I'm good. We won't eat all this, folks. We won't even pretend like we're going to. But what we're going to do is we're going to portion it out, and we'll freeze it. One day I'll come home for supper, and Mama will say, "You want some of that ham?" I'll say, "Yeah." She'll get it out. We'll thaw it out. And we'll have it ready. So that's the way it works when you have a big turkey, big ham, or any of those things. You gotta just be prepared. So freeze it. You can freeze all kinds of stuff, and it's delicious. This ham is spiral cut, so I don't even have to cut part of it. The top part was not spiral cut, so I'll carve a little bit of it. I'll tilt y'all down here and let you see. We're enjoying our flower arrangement. A friend of ours sent that to us, a dear friend, and she said she wanted us to enjoy it for our Easter table, and boy, have we ever enjoyed it since we got it on Friday. It's been wonderful. Hadn't it, Mom? Okay, I'm just slicing this up, and we'll just put this out on a small platter. Not going to put it all out. And if we had company, I'd slice the whole thing. We'd have it all out in a big platter. But for just the two of us, all we need is a small platter, and we will have this, and then that'll stay good and warm. And then when we're through eating, time to do the dishes, I'll clean it up and slice it up and portion it out in some Tupperware freezer mates, and we'll have that just any night we want it, or any morning. We love this kind of ham for morning. Miss Pam, this ham is wonderful and smells wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Miss Pam. Mr. Tom, we appreciate you so much. Joe. What do I call him, Tom? My mind ain't exactly in there. I'm like, Mama, I'm lost today. Miss Pam, this ham, I wish y'all could smell it. I want to show it to y'all, though. It's absolutely delicious. Ah. It's like we're eating at the king table. Mama, I don't think I'm going to use the platter. I think I'm just going to leave it on that cutting board.
I've got it plate there.
I'm just going to leave it on this cutting board. It worked out so good, and it's already on there. Look at that, folks. And that was just a small piece. That's nothing compared to the whole ham. We will have ham and beans and ham and sweet potatoes. Baked sweet potato with this ham. Homemade biscuits with some gravy in that ham. Many meals right there, folks. Many delicious meals. I'm going to cover him back up with this aluminum foil. Let him rest, and I'll cut him the rest of the way off and portion him up whenever we get finished. Green beans are done. Mama's getting ready to bring out the sweet potato casserole, and the broccoli casserole will be browned up. Not broccoli casserole, John. Pineapple casserole. We normally have broccoli casserole on Easter, but that's a lot. And we just had a really good broccoli casserole last week at church, and it was delicious. Okay, Mama, we about pulled this together, or you have.
I reckon we're on the ball.
You have about pulled it together, Mama. So what are you all eating? What's your traditional lunch? Am I froze y'all again? Well, I reckon I did. I use ham in my loaded mashed potatoes. Oh, Melissa, yeah, loaded mashed potatoes with ham would be good. Ham and beans. Oh, pea soup. We may try that split pea soup with ham. Oh, Maggie's excited. Oh, Maggie's excited. But now listen, I said this last night. You're tempted a lot of times to feed that little bit of fat that you don't want to eat off your ham, and you'll give it to your fur baby. Don't give them that. It can cause pancreatitis, and it can happen very quickly. If you're going to give them table food, and the vet says not to, give them a good piece of lean meat as a small piece to get that flavor. And if it's like Maggie, I can give her 1 or 2 little pieces and she wants more, or I could give her a 5-gallon bucket and she'd still want more. She don't get tired of eating ham or bologna or anything I give her. So when I give her a little treat, it has to be a little treat, because you don't want to hurt them. You don't want to make them sick. Be like setting your kid down to a box of candy and saying, just eat it. You know they're going to get sick, so you tell them not to eat all that candy. So the same way with your fur babies. Maggie would eat. She loves her treats. You all bought her some treats. We buy her treats. I buy her treats better time I go to the store. But she loves her treats, and she will eat a treat over. She don't get tired. She never gets tired of treats. Never. We're going to show you our meal today, and then we're going to close out today and just sit and enjoy our Easter dinner while it's hot and while it's still at the right temperatures. And we just hope you all are having a wonderful Easter. Spend some time with your family. We may come back on later, and I will repost that singing from 2 years ago, because some of you have asked about it, and some of y'all found it, and somebody sent us that picture of us singing, and that's where that picture came from. It was from that video. And so when we mentioned it the other day, I had Sarah say, could you post the picture or the video of you all singing? And I said, well, I will. So I meant to yesterday, and then I thought, well, I'll just wait till Easter Sunday and repost it. Like I said, Mama and I just sing every once in a while. We don't even sing every time. Mama can't carry a tune.
I can't carry a tune.
She really can. She's dipping up mashed potatoes now. That's good. And here they are. Look at this. She even put them in a bowl today. I guess because it's Easter. Look at that pretty little Easter bowl. These are still on the Tupperware side. They're beautiful. You won't get them by Easter, but look how pretty. Pretty for spring. Green beans, potatoes, and here's our little centerpiece with our eggs, our ham, and now that pineapple casserole is on its way. Pineapple casserole brown?
Give me one of those, baby. Well, it's not really brown, but
it's good.
the cheese is all melted.
Okay, that's good. And just a little bit of sweet potato casserole that was left over. We froze it, and Mama fixed it up today. Now, this pineapple casserole is not browned yet, but you can brown it to your liking. This right here is fine because once it cools, it does get a little crunchier. But here's the pineapple casserole. I will taste of it so we can see what that brown sugar tastes like in there and see if we like it or see if some of y'all are in trouble. There's the sweet potato. Now that's good, Mama.
Got the spoonful.
What do you want to drink? You know what you want to drink?
I have tea out there.
All right.
So what are you going to drink?
I got some coffee, Mama. I got the coffee pot over here. And I'll show you. That's everything we got coming to us, as Daddy would say. We got the deviled eggs. I'm going to forego the olives today. That's just more salt. Mashed potatoes. There's the beautiful egg centerpiece. Rolls, sweet potatoes, delicious ham, and pineapple casserole, and some peanut green beans.
And I'm going to get the cheesecake so that
And cheesecake.
you can show them the cheesecake that we made.
That Miss Pam sent us too. There it is. So y'all have already eaten. I bet a lot of y'all, probably a lot of y'all ate at noon. We was still egg hunting at church at noon. In fact, I think we're still in church. But it's 2:10. That ain't bad for a Sunday lunch for us. 2:10 is not a bad time. It says your Rottweiler gets nothing but table food. Now, we've had dogs like that in the past, and they do fine. But I don't know if it's the changing around or what. But the vet says none for Maggie. And I try to stay to it close to possible. Mama's the worst. She will give in. Especially if she has a little bite here, Maggie. Honey. Maggie's like, oh, Mama, you're my favorite.
And this is our
Dessert, our strawberry cheesecake.
I'll let you have it and you show
A whole thing, Mama? You gonna let me eat it all?
No, I'm not. I'm going to eat part of that.
Here's the strawberry. Look at them in there. Look at that goodness. Look at that crust. Delicious strawberry cheesecake for dessert.
Well, I got this open. I'll just
You gonna drink that zero?
yeah.
I tell you what we're gonna do, folks. We're gonna bless our Sunday lunch here. We're gonna try that pineapple casserole, and then we're gonna say goodbye to y'all and let you all go about your day and enjoy your family. Mama gets over here behind me. Come on, Mama, get over here.
Get over here.
Get over here, Mama, not behind me. She tries to get back here. Let's bless it. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this wonderful season. We thank you for Easter, dear Lord. We thank you so much for sending your Son, Jesus Christ, to die on the cross and to take our sins upon himself. And Lord, we're so thankful that third and appointed morn he did arise and he did live forever, dear Lord. And we just thank you and we just pray that you'll bless us, be with us, be with each and every prayer request that's turned in, those spoken and unspoken, dear Lord. And just pray that you'll be with us in all things. In your name we pray. Amen. Now, let's try this pineapple casserole. Since some of y'all said we should put brown sugar and cheddar in it, I agree with you 100%. Let's just try it.
Ooh.
It's hot.
Oh, Lord, it'll burn your tongue.
I had to blow on it a little bit, Mama. I like it.
I believe it's better.
I can taste a little bit of that maple flavor from that brown sugar, and I can taste that the cheese on top still, it's still like cheese. This inside is creamier, so it gives it a little zip, don't it, Mama?
It's really
A
good.
number one success, folks. We like it. So we're going to add that to our little card. Add half sugar and brown sugar. So half white sugar, half brown sugar for whatever quantity you're making. And put a little of that cheese inside of it. It's definitely a hit. Y'all keeping on with the suggestions. Because these were two good ones. Two good suggestions. And it's delicious. So, Mom and I both recommend it. Those changes we made today seem to be wonderful,
Really,
don't they,
yeah.
Mama?
Gotta try my ham.
Try that ham.
Boy, that ham's good.
Delicious.
Yeah, here, try some.
That pineapple casserole, it's remarkably better. Now, I'll tell you the truth. You all know me. Mom and I never say things good that's not good. We never say try it if it's not. If we make a mistake, we'll tell you. This is good. This is real good.
Oh, yeah. I like the cheese and the brown sugar real good in it.
That's a permanent change. We'll never make it the other way again. Thank you all. That's what makes you all a part of Coffee Time. It's just family sharing. It's no different than a family come over and said, hey, try this, and we said we will, and we did. So we thank you all. We thank you so much for being here. We thank you for sharing Easter, and just have a wonderful time. Enjoy each other. Love on your family. Enjoy one another. Make some memories today. Make some memories for 2022. Back Easter 2022. Remember when we did, and you fill in the blank. Remember when we had that great egg hunt with the kids? Enjoy it. Make some memories and love on somebody today. Y'all have a good one. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, everybody, and bye-bye.
We may come back later and see you. If we don't, we'll see you tomorrow, Lord willing. Bye.
Bye-bye.